Alright, hey there guys, thanks for tuning in again. This is Redtail Ray. So, that last little teaser, I did want to do a really lot better job on this do-it-yourself climbing wall I built for the kiddos. Break it down a little bit more for you and tell you how I did it, because it's super easy and it's, I think, a super great way to get the kids outside and exercise, and just a cool addition to the treehouse. I don't remember if I ever actually did a treehouse video, but this is basically a 4x8, a little bit bigger, a 4x8 platform I built on this old tree stump, and it was a tree actually that looked exactly like this one, but it had a bunch of widowmaker branches coming off of it. So I made a big cross section in the top, built a platform. This is all recycled from neighboring new developments, curbside pickup, if you know what I mean. And a little platform that I had from an old table, and the slide I got off Facebook, and etc, etc. But this whole side I actually used, the boards are sitting right over there. Same live edge cherry. That wasn't really too much heartwood, so I didn't mind using that as kind of the outdoor sheathing, kind of cabin-esque, if you will. But back to the climbing wall. So currently, as of today, and we are in May of 2021. 2x4s are over $9 for an 8-foot 2x4, and outdoor rated roof sheathing 3/4. This 4x8 piece of plywood was almost $70. That 4x4 piece was almost $40. So it wasn't by any means a cheap project. If I were to do this 2 years ago, it would have been much cheaper, and 2 years from now, who knows. Now again, this is 3/4, so it's nice and thick, heavy duty stuff. I did have to buy a whole bunch of 2x4s, that needs to get screwed in more, to actually lock this into the wall, because of course when I made a 4x8 platform, this almost matches up perfectly, and you know, I couldn't just screw it to the side, so I actually did have to get a whole bunch of 2x4s to make a stable platform for it, and just support it up top too. Anyways, so that's the wood. The holds now are from Climbing Shed. And Climbing Shed, if I can zoom in here, Climbing Shed, apparently according to their website, is going out of business. And I decided to go this route instead of like a rainbow set from REI or from other. Metebulus, I believe, is the company, one of the companies where they sell a whole bunch of different random color patterns and holds and stuff. And I've never been a fan of those rainbow play gems. I think they're hideous, and I think they're way overpriced. And I didn't really want just that look of random stuff in the backyard. I thought, for actually about $20 cheaper than their $200 kit, I got 2 sets of climbing holds from 2 different manufacturers. So this is Urban Plastics, I believe, S5 kit, and this is So Ill Addicted kit. And again, everything's on sale right now. As of when this video goes up, everything's a lot discounted from what they... Hey, excuse me. Hey, I'm trying to make a video here. From full retail price, so saved quite a bit. You know, I get this question actually by not only family, friends, relatives, and neighbors, quite a bit. Why didn't you just randomize everything? Well, because, and by no means am I a professional rock climber, but I did partake in some rock climbing, actual rock climbing and gym climbing a long time ago, 15, 20 years ago. Give me that. Sorry, take away the squeaker. And so what they do, especially even in rock climbing gyms, is they'll have a whole bunch of holes all over the place, right? Completely randomized. Then they'll put little pieces of tape to actually make what they call lines, or ways that you can go up to make the difficulty harder. So if you take a look, I'm not sure how well this is going to show up, but the orange, the So Ill, is quite a bit smaller holds and quite a bit more difficult, even though that there's 24 holds as opposed to 20. You can see there's really, some of these are really not that easy to grab onto. So it makes it more difficult for the orange line. For the coral line, I believe this color is called coral, you can see that the holds, there's some shadows going to be in the way. You can see these are a lot bigger. They stand off the wall a lot more. The grips, they have a lot more dish to them, especially guys like this. Really nice and easy to grab. So the green line is actually easier, even though, I'm going to call it green instead of blue, whatever. Even though there's less of them, it's a lot easier to climb up to the top. And of course, all these, the bolts were provided, 1.5 and 2-inch bolts by Climbing Shed, and all I had to do was go and buy these locking T-nuts, so they sink into the back of the plywood. And so, just approximately, actually not approximately, exactly 44 holds. This is 12 feet tall, by 4 feet wide, obviously. And the kids absolutely love it, just absolutely love it. All in all, I believe, I'm gonna say, all in all, I did this for a little over $300, and actually, I'm just including the price of the actual holds in there, even though those were purchased as a gift by my mom, their grandma. So, really cool, do-it-yourself rock climbing wall. Adults enjoy it too. I actually have, I don't have them out here right now. I actually have my old chalk bag still and my old C4 climbing shoes that I pulled out of storage and dusted off, and it's actually not doing this in so long. It's actually quite a good workout. It's a lot of fun to get up there to the top, go up one side, come down the other. That finger strength and leg muscles that you can completely just forget about. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and of course, because they are locked into the back of those T-nuts, you can take these all off and rearrange them. Could probably get another kit or two and add different lines and a whole bunch of randomized in between here, just for fun. We'll see, but for right now, for being a little more than a week old, the kids are just loving it, having a blast. I've had a couple family friends over now too, and their kids that are a little bit older than our kids, had a blast. Now for the bottom, they do make crash pads, but we had a whole bunch of straw laying around from the garden bed, and this is approximately a 3x4, 1-inch thick neoprene marine foam that I had a roll of for different projects, but up in the garage. So it's basically a really nice squishy crash pad. And some of those lightweight crash pads anyways, even though they can be a couple $100, aren't much thicker than that anyways. So for only being 12 feet tall, and the kids know better than to jump from the way top, we're gonna be just fine as far as safety goes. So still thinking about printing off some liability waivers if we have a whole bunch of, like the neighbor kids come over, if we don't know anybody's parents all that well or whatever. But for right now, I say still great investment. Not too worried about the safety. Obviously, safety is number one concern with the kids and stuff, but I'd consider this a lot more fun and a lot safer than a trampoline or a pool or, yard darts. So there you go. That's my quick video breakdown of your do-it-yourself rock climbing wall. And yeah, there you go. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm gonna make a video later today too about a couple other things and keep on rolling here. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.